Like my flows, if you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros like
Really
that.
wanna party with me?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition, exciting edition of the Walk in This Way Impact Voice podcast. Of course, this is our Wednesday night edition. We're glad to be in your presence one more time. I am your host, Furman Jackson G, along with my lovely co-host, Phoenix, as well. Welcome back. I know she was out with the flu. She's back 1,000%. That's the most important thing as well.
Yes.
So I'm glad to be back with you one more time. And tonight, our guest is a fitness, nutrition, and embodiment confidence coach. Her assignment is to help high achievers to embody the badass within to live a fit, fierce, and fabulous
life on their own terms.
Healthy is the new sexy. You can follow her, our guest, on her IG at God Body by Mo. That's on IG. Her website is www.mothegoddessbody.online. Let's give it up to Mo the Goddess. Thank you. It's an honor. It's a pleasure.
Right.
To have you on here. Like I said, how I discovered her, Phoenix, was Instagram. It was a reel that played on Facebook. And when I seen this extraordinary woman talking about extraordinary things, just the way she carried herself, her presence, was not shy, was not bashful, didn't care what other people think or what they say.
Right.
She just was herself. And I said, you know what? Well, we had to get her on the show. And I know you will enjoy it because you all into being confident, bold, Phoenix, and walking with the beat your own drum. And I know we have an expert here with us tonight. So let's give it up for Mo once again. Thank you, Mo the Goddess, for being here with us. Give us a rundown on who this extraordinary woman is.
Thank you so much for having me, first of all. Well, you pretty much covered it. I started out in the fitness industry in 2012. That is when I did my first bodybuilding competition. And it kind of, led me down the path of wanting to inspire and help other women who had not only weight, issues, but confidence issues as well, because I spent most of my life, battling my weight as well as my confidence and my self-esteem. And it kind of just afforded me this lifestyle, which what you see online right now, just being the badass that I created within myself.
And it's awesome. And just like when I was looking at your website earlier, if I got it online, I like how you put helping high achievers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that mindset of helping high achievers, ones who believe in themselves, the ones who don't doubt themselves, not the poor me, why this happening. It is what it is. I'm just getting by. But how you target helping high achievers. Because we know that the truth is already within us. You don't have to go out there and get it. But we know it's within us. And I know that you're an individual who brings it out. And just the work you embody, what you bring to the table. And that's an awesome thing. When did this journey started for Mo, and how until you are today? I know you still got work to be done, because as long as the Most High wake us up, it's always work to be done.
That's
so
right.
How did you arrive to this point? Because the audience, want to know, because I know someone today will be inspired about what you're doing, what you're saying.
Well, I'm glad that you pointed out the high achievers part of what I do, because that's something that's new. I found myself being drained because a lot of times when I started, like I said, it was to help women with low self-esteem, feel better about themselves, about their bodies, giving them different principles and practices that I use to help me. And a lot of those women were still coming to me. Even though I had graduated outside of that, I wasn't the low self-esteem anymore. I wasn't the ashamed of myself, ashamed of my circumstances. Always wanted to talk about, the things that occurred in my life that were not so good. That wasn't me anymore. But I found that a lot of those same women were coming to me, and it was draining. So I changed my mindset so that I can help. Now I feel like I'm high achieving. I'm doing what I want, the way that I want, like I said, on my own terms. So with that being said, I decided to change it. Now I want to help people who are high achievers, but may not have all the steps and techniques and just need someone to help them along the way. So it's taking years, um, rather than I used to tell my sad story all the time. Well, this happened to me, and if this didn't happen to me, then my life wouldn't look like this. Or if my
Right.
dad was in my life, that I told
Mhm.
that sad story,
Mhm.
and I had a coach, and she finally told me, like, nobody wants to hear your sad story. If you want to tell your story so bad, write a book. So
Damn.
I became
Damn.
an author and I told my story in my book. So everything that I do, I try to come from an empowering place. Yeah, we all have a story. We've all been through ups and downs. We all have things that we struggle through. But at the same time, if you speak it from a place of power rather than being, like you said, woe is me. Oh my God, this happened to me. My life is shit.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Then your mindset begins to change because now you're speaking from power. Yeah, that happened to me. I went through that, but look at me now, or look
Right.
at where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? And if I got through that, you can too. So it was just, it's just life. It's just life.
And life is beautiful, and it's what we make out of it, of course, and how you designed it. I know I watched one of your clips on living life. I know living life, and also when it comes to you have people that may be in these relationships or marriages going through the emotions. Relationships should be fun. I believe in having a successful relationship. I believe in all that, and we have people that go
Right.
through the emotions of those things, feeling trapped,
Mm-hmm.
not having fun, but feeling stuck in these relationships. How can people break that algorithm of getting out of a dry spell relationship? That makes sense. What I'm saying?
Yes, it does. Well, I don't really be liking to tell people what to do with themselves, but I'll tell you what I ain't gonna do. And I'm not going to do things just for the sake of doing it. If it don't feel
Right.
good to me, I'm not doing it. And a lot of
Mhm.
these people, they get stuck in relationships because somebody says you're not good enough unless you have a partner, or you have to endure. You're not good enough if you don't endure. And we somehow believe that we have to endure things. We have to go through the roughness in order to get to.
I, s-
You know what I'm saying? Like, am
right.
I
Right.
explaining?
I
Like,
seen
we don't
this.
have to get drugged in a relationship. We don't have to be
Right.
in a relationship that is
Right.
unfulfilling. We don't have to be in situations that don't feel good because of what society says that
Should
we
right.
should do. So that's where I believe creating your life on your own terms, bruh. I'm gonna tell you, like, this don't feel good, babe. I don't like this. This.
Right.
Can we work on this in the relationship? And if we cannot, if you hear my concerns and it still does
Right.
not change, why am I gonna sit in that?
Right. It makes sense because I'm the type of individual, just in my opinion, I don't want her to feel trapped. I don't want her to feel handcuffed. Because at the end of the day, you had a life before we got together. And it's like, I want you to
Right.
continue having a life without, you know what I'm saying? Not to feel handcuffed, not to feel walking around with eggshells. I want you to have that total freedom. I want you to have a good time, enjoy your life, reach your goals, establish yourself. That's how I look at it more as well. I don't want nobody to feel weighed down like they're a prisoner. That's not. I don't want that. I really
No.
don't want that.
I saw this
But to have,
video talking about marriage and like the vows that we say when we go to get married, to love through suffering and sickness and all of
Mhm.
these horrible things that you don't want to go through.
Right.
And it talks about changing, like rewriting the vows to say, to be prosperous and to have good things, and not, because we're not meant to stay in suffering or in
Mm-mm.
any aspect of our lives. And I think that's what you were saying earlier about vibrational, the mindset. I really picked up on that. Like, you were still attracting the people with that low vibrational mindset. And there's that awareness of being able, when you come out of it and you push through your power out of it, to be able to recognize it. And I think the same thing in relationships, to how you keep attracting low vibrational people. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing.
I'm not no helper. I'm not no fixer. I will not help you. I will not fix you. You have to come ready. And that's where we separate ourselves from the emotion or the feeling, is because you don't know what somebody's going through, you know.
Exactly.
So they still have to work on themselves.
But it's to the point where now individuals are starting to become more honest, because it's like back in the day, we would just call her, oh, she look good, he handsome, but we never really dealt with the nitty gritty of traumatized.
Right.
Knowing what you've been through, what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff, having these uncomfortable conversations, because individuals get with people, and then when these things come out, it spooks them. Like, whoa, I ain't signing for all this. But but what if just being up in the beginning and say, hey, this is what I like to do, I'm into that. And no, I respect the guy one time. This guy, he went out with this girl, and I respect what he told her. He told her up front, hey, before I came here to meet you, I slept with somebody. I'm letting you know I still mess around.
Right.
And he gave her an opportunity to say, well, I did tell you up front. Now, if you go along with me, now that's on you. So I told you what's going on. But he let her know up front, hey, I'm just letting you know before we go any further, this is what I got going on. And I respect him for that. Because he was honest. He didn't want to waste her time. And a lot of times, individuals
that's what real women want, is someone to be honest with them up front. Put it on the table right off, because then you're going to get a reaction out of me when I find out something or whatever after the fact that you could have just been upfront about. So I think that that's a big for people to be honest. Just nobody can judge you.
Yeah,
well, I think the honesty actually starts with yourself, and it's based on how you feel. A lot of those vows that we've heard for centuries are old and antiquated. They're outdated. They worked for their time. And I know from my generation, we were not taught to have boundaries, and we were not taught to, express ourselves. So, it was like, you speak when spoken to, and you sit here and you endure, and you don't speak about how you feel, and we carry a lot of that over into relationships as well. So we're not speaking honest about how we feel, and we are not setting boundaries. Like, this don't feel good. I don't like it. I don't want to be in this anymore. Can you correct it? We're not taught to express ourselves in that way, especially from the Black folks. Let me just put it out there. Black folks, especially. So, a lot of people get stuck in these relationships, but I'm all about doing what feels good, and if it works that way, then it's good.
And I also got a question to the comment section on YouTube. Big shout out to Young Easy, We Are Evolution. Big shout out. Thanks for watching us. He said, question for all of y'all. How long does it take for you to get in a long-term relationship? Mo, you want to answer that?
How long does it take for you to get into a long-term relationship?
That's the question you asked in the comment section.
Oh, I can't really even answer that, because
I could answer it my way. I thought I was getting into one, and it lasted 2 months, maybe. So I thought that's what it was, but you really don't know, because once you commit to a person, I feel like those are when that heavy communication, heavy talks, those hard talks are necessary, because your different triggers are going to come out. If you have trouble with communication, that's going to come out. If you have baggage and things like that, those issues are going to be raised when you try to connect with somebody on those sort of levels. So, we're just here for it. We see.
Well, you look at it too, where he said, "Question how long does it take to get them?" It takes. One, you gotta be consistent, and it takes time. What a lot of individuals do, they rush them into that stage already, and they ain't known them that long. And that's the issue right there.
Well, but you can know a person for years and it still do that though.
Well, what are they doing now? What I'm saying, yeah, but what it is they are. It takes time, and you're gonna learn people. That's just all to it. But at the end of the day, it's what you make out of it, and it's like how can two walk together except they agree? Mm-hmm. So it takes two individuals to agree, but at the same time, it really takes. It's what you make out of it. It's what you make out, but it takes two willing people just to make it work. Because one person can't do it all. It's just impossible. It's stressful. Just thinking about it sounds so stressful.
Yeah.
All right, so what we got? People just coming in. It says, okay, big shout out to Yolanda Demar. She said definitely up to the individual and what their expectations are when it comes to a commitment. That's true. It's up to the okay. Got a question for you as well, Phoenix. It said at Phoenix, did you start talking at first and then get into 2 months, or was it the first 2 months when it lasted?
Oh, well, it was more of a friendship for a few years, and then commitment, and then that commitment lasted 2 months.
Okay. Yeah. All right, what else we got? He's coming. He said, whatever you have an open panel discussion, I'd love to be a part of it because I enjoy the conversation. Okay, big shout out to you. We're glad me and Finn would love to get with you and stuff, most definitely. So we're getting back to our guest for the evening, of course, Miss Mo the Goddess. You got a lot of great things going on, Mo. You got a calendar as well.
Yes.
Also, this is your first calendar, or you done calendars in the past, or this is your first official calendar?
This is actually my second calendar. I call it my sexy selfie calendar. It was successful last year when I did it. What happened was what started this whole idea is I love taking pictures. I love being in front of the camera, and I was posting a lot of my pictures online and attracting. I'm trying to build the women, saying like, "Look, ladies. Look how thick I am. Look how beautiful I am. How good I feel about myself." And rather than attracting the women, men started to, my audience grew from being female to mostly male. And I thought to myself, like, dang, y'all like these photos. You want to see a little more? And are you willing to
for you?
So I didn't put no pressure on myself. I said I take selfies all the time anyway. All my pictures that I do online, I take of myself. So why not package them in a calendar and just take 12 of them, 12 of my best photos, and sell it? And I started last year and I did it this year, and it's fun. And it's so when people say they broke and they ain't got no money and I ain't got no job and I don't know what I'm gonna do, we got everything we need. Like
that's literally what I was
just have to be outside the box and be innovative, So yeah.
And that's what's up right there. And like I said, just the freedom that you walk in on a regular basis. You're very consistent with it. And I know you did a video, I think a while back, when you had some not so pleasant comments where someone said about your age. You didn't act your age.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that trigger that out from? You need to act your age. I mean, age is a number, but where would they get with you need to act your age? Were you supposed to be some type of what is it? What's the word? What's the term in that? But anyway, go right ahead.
Well, you know what? I get that a lot. And I think it's from, like I said, people project how they feel about themselves on to you. These are old, antiquated ideas. I'm not your average grandmama. I got 6 grandkids. Well, I got 5 and 1 on the way, and they're proud of their grandmother. I have 2 sons and they proud of their mama. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So as long as I'm not doing anything to embarrass my children or my grandchildren, as long as they come to me and they say, "Mama, keep your foot on their necks." My oldest son, he's 31, and he tells me that all the time. "Mama, keep your foot on their necks, Mama. Don't let them up." And it's just like, for me, I have a young spirit. And I am going to ride this thing until the wheels fall off, because we take life for granted. And if I still feel beautiful, if I still look good, if I'm still healthy, why not express that? Why not enjoy that? And why does it bother you so much that I'm over here doing me the way I do me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I couldn't understand that, but I get a lot of that. Oh, you're a 50 plus woman. Why are you, why you thirst trapping? Why you mad? You know what I'm
Why
saying?
you-
Why you mad? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It ain't got nothing to do with you. So, yeah, I'm just living my life, man.
And that's what it's all about: living your life and living the best life, enjoying life to the fullest. And now that you're helping people, you're giving back, and you're helping people bring out what's already within them,
Right.
and to be able to showcase that real you, because this is just flesh, but we're a spirit. So it's
Exactly.
like tapping into who you truly are, walk in and be confident, head up high, and work with the simple things also, and just making an impact. And that's what you're doing. You're making an impact and going back to that self love, going back to starting with self, because we know everything starts with self.
All is self. I say that all the time. All is self. And
Because
quiet as it's kept, there's a lot of us out there that wish that we can be as free with our bodies. It's a lot of, especially women, it's a lot of women out there that wish that they could feel good enough to be able to express themselves
Right.
physically, let alone verbally. Like I
right,
said, we keep so much suppressed because, oh, what if I say the wrong thing? What if I do the wrong thing? What if somebody is offended? What if I rock the boat? So we go through
Right.
life tiptoeing. And I got tired of doing the whole tiptoe thing. I have to be who I am. So,
Be bold.
yes,
and it had to be that way, because we were talking before we came on the show. A woman wants to feel sexy. She wants to be
that's right.
classy. She wants to be rich in her femininity. But now you have males, what they call modern day males, who bring on judgment. So it's like, let her feel sexy. Let her feel who she is. I love that. I respect that. I adore that. And women
Mhm.
want that freedom of being sexy, being themselves, walking company. And mostly it'd be a lot of guys who doing more to judgment than women. Women, oh girl, you got it going on. It's like guys are judging these women now. Oh, high body count. She for the streets and all this other stuff they be coming
Hey.
up with, and guys fall for that stuff. Yeah, body counting, and she for the streets, and but be the main one in her
Right.
inbox, DMing her. Hey, I want to wife you up, Grand Rising Queen, and all this other stuff.
Hello.
I'm just saying, be the
So
same
how do you
individual
feel?
they DM.
How do you feel like the things you post in your pictures? How do you feel like that affects your dating life? And does it affect your dating life?
Not one bit.
Not at all. Okay.
Not one bit. Well, you know what? Let me stop lying. Let me stop. Um, the one thing that I find is men have such fragile
Yes,
egos,
they
and there's a lot of insecurity in men as well.
Yeah.
So they automatically assume that I have a lot of men.
Oh,
So
right.
that's one of the things that I run into. They assume they don't know that I'm an introvert. They don't know that, when I go out, I be having my hoodie on and I really am I'm not a nightlifer. Everything the way that I roll is usually solo. I travel around the world by myself. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I could have a partner, but when I date, that's one of the things that they automatically assume. Some men, and when I get that in the first 10 minutes or the first conversation, like,
Right.
oh, I know you got a lot of men. I'm done.
so
It's
the
over.
insecurities talking.
Right.
It's over because I already see you. I already see what this is going to be like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Or if you have a trouble with what I post.
yeah,
Well,
but trust me, I also have like mature men who support me and they know what I do and they take the time to get to know me and they want to hold the camera. Mo, you gonna kill him with this. Let's take this, Mo.
Right.
I like those
Confident.
type of men, and there are a lot of men like that who I have chosen to date, and they have no issues with it. But yeah, if I were to date somebody seriously and they had a problem with it or felt like it was too much, I might consider pulling back. But right now, I'm doing me.
I mean, what would
Right.
be the problem with it? It's like, one, they don't believe in themselves. That's the one thing, they don't believe in themselves. So that's why they so insecure. And if you're the guy, why is you worried about it? Because if you are the man and you are the guy,
Hello, you the
got nothing to
man,
worry
you
about.
my man. You lay it down with me every day.
Exactly. And you ain't got nothing to worry about. Long you doing your part as the man and as the guy, and you're confident and you're doing your thing, she's not going nowhere. Women do not mess around. I'm gonna tell you, women do not mess around. They really don't. Males mess around. Women don't mess around.
It's not in our design to just be out sleeping with multiple people or moving around like that. Real women don't move that way.
Real women, there you go. Real women do not move that way because for me, I say this all the time. I'm a sapiosexual. So before you even get my clothes off, I don't care what y'all see online. Before you even touch me, you have to get here.
That's it. Say that one more time. It's mental.
Before you even take the clothes off, baby, you have to seduce me here. You know? I'm a very expressive person verbally, mentally. You know, I want to see how we can have a conversation, first of all. And with that being said, once you get me mentally, my heart begins to open up. And when my heart opens up, it opens up to you. It don't open up to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I roll.
Man, that's awesome stuff. I know we're going to take a quick commercial break. But before we do that, as of today is the official announcement that Walking This Way's Impact Voice podcast has now partnered with Vivid. Vivid is one of the largest smart home and security companies in the United States. Just in time for the holiday season, for all your discount needs, use our rep ID, which is GSU, the number 1 U. When you do call, it's 1-877-571-6139. That's for our English audience. Also for our Spanish audience, the number is 1-855-647-9867. So when you call, let them know that Furman Jackson sent you. Yes, we are affiliated with Vivid. It's one of the largest smart home security companies in the United States. It is official as today. So when you go, use the get our discount. Hey, you helping out the podcast. So hey, help us out. And that's all I have to say on that. Just in time for the holidays, get your home taken care of, get your place of business taken care of, church, whatever. Get that security system going, especially for the holiday season, because we know people out here robbing and stealing and everything else. So, man, to protect your home and protect your loved ones. But we're going to do a quick commercial break, and after that, we're going to jump right back into our conversation with our guest, the queen of the evening. Oh, I got 2 queens on with me tonight. Mo, and of course, my lovely co Phoenix Sapphire. We'll be right back here on Walking This Way, Impact Voice Podcast.
Style de bâtard, j'ai toujours un sachet de zeb bien haché que je fume avant que la le vienne arracher.
T'es vraiment trop sexy.
Ouais. Et tu pourras kiffer si ta gueule est aussi grave que ton boule. Dis à tes copines que j'ai des copains pour elles qui déboulent avec Tata Marie-Jeanne et tonton vodka Red Bull. Oh, t'as jamais entendu un flow pareil? À quand le feat avec Method Man, Jay-Z ou Pharrell? Oh, quand je prends le mic, je représente mon hip-hop. Tu reconnais mon style dans la ville car je suis hip-hop. Tu m'aimes ou me détestes parce que je suis hip-hop. Bienvenue à toi si tu débarques dans mon hip-hop.
Down like this in a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game and I said yeah I do. If you want it you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she tryna bless me like I said I chew. Like a nigga sneeze, nigga please for them trick and squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them hoes get in between of what we started. Little nigga, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist, no crawling, went straight to walking with foreigns in my garages or foreign bitches menaging, fucking sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album.
Man, what's up? We are back here on Walking This Way, the Impact Voice Podcast. We're very excited that we have Mo the Goddess with us here on the podcast. I'm glad to have my co-host back with me as well, Phoenix Sapphire, as well. Glad you feeling better. And we're talking about relationships. We're talking about, well, you still here, you still rocking it. So we're talking about love, we're talking about relationship, loving yourself, and all that other good stuff. So you got quite a present resume, Mo, with you. You got a book, right? You are author, so you have a book. You have and what can we
Where
go?
can we find your book at? Oh, sorry.
My book is called Permission to Power. You can either go to my website to get a signed copy of my book at mothegoddessbody.com, or you can also find it on Amazon. Of course, the copy on Amazon is not a signed copy, but if you go to my website, I will sign it for you and send it off to you. Yes.
Nice.
Oh, and let me talk about my calendar since we...
Go ahead.
This is my 2024 calendar. Of course, I cannot show you all the goodness inside.
Right.
But this is my 2024 calendar. I still have a few available. You can also get your signed copy on mothegoddessbody.online. And yeah, so that's what I got going on right now.
Nice.
And also, retreats too, right? I know you got some retreats. When did you start the retreats and stuff? What year did that start? How long you been doing them?
Oh my God. So I started my first retreat last year in Bali, Indonesia. And just to give you a little feedback or a little background, in 2020, we talk about doing things on our own terms, right? In 2020, so I'm from Las Vegas. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia from Las Vegas. I was living in Atlanta, absolutely love Atlanta, Georgia. I love everything about Atlanta. And one day I found myself sitting in my living room and I'm thinking like, okay, there has to be more to life than this. It's not like anything was wrong, but it was just like, okay, my kids are grown. What is it that I want for myself? There's so much more living that I want to do. And it dropped down in my spirit, to my computer was on my desk and I booked a one-way ticket to Bali, Indonesia. So in 2020, I moved to Bali, Indonesia, and it was 02/02/2020. So the same numbers going forward and the same numbers going backward. I didn't realize at the time that was a palindrome, and I did not realize that it had a meaning behind that, and that's why this spiritual woo-woo stuff happened to me. And then the moment that I went to Bali, that's when we started to hear about this whole virus that happened in 2020. I was like, oh, okay, God, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You moved me out of that chaos over here.
Wow.
So peaceful, so quiet. A lot of people, suffered and went through a whole lot in 2020, but that was the best year of my life. Like that was the biggest thing that I've ever done and the best year of my life. So I wanted to create an experience for others to also come to Bali, Indonesia, and experience everything that I fell in love with.
You.
And that's where, huh?
I said, take me with you. We could go tomorrow. I'm ready.
Come, girl, you can come.
I am ready.
So I became a lot of healing happened during that 3 years that I was living in Bali. And so I call it my power, my power in paradise. And that's what the retreat is called, Power in Paradise. And it kind of plays on power, permission to power, as far as my book is concerned as well. So it started last year and I have another one coming up in May of this year or of 2024. And it's just about, helping people to experience or at least find some power in doing something for themselves and being treated like the God and goddess that we were all created to be. So
I need the link.
Yes.
It's my birthday, so yes, I need to.
You need to come out. You need to come out. Definitely.
And I was just really having that mental, like what you said about sitting there and like, is this everything? Just work, home, work. And it's hard as a single mother to even want to get on an airplane and go somewhere. Not even necessarily having the money to, but to do it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
yeah, that's great.
And that's one thing for me too. I raised two sons by myself,
Hmm.
and I've always had this thought in my mind like I can't afford to do anything for
Right,
myself. Like I that's who I've been all my life, a single mother, pretty much,
right.
trying to struggle through making sure my kids had what they needed. And then it came a
Hmm.
time when they grew up, and I didn't think that that was ever going to happen. I thought I was always going to be a single mother. So I don't know how old your children are, but it definitely gets easier. I never saw myself being an empty nester, but when I had the opportunity
Yeah.
to really sit with myself and go, okay, I've made so many sacrifices for everyone else. What is it that I want for my life? How do I start living as a single woman, not just a single mother anymore,
Right.
And yeah, I started checking things off my bucket list and experiencing my life on my terms.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's big because that is the mind of a single mom, is just to do. So
Yeah.
you have your calendar, you have your book. Talk to me a little bit about your book and what perceptions you're giving us. You know what I'm saying? Where are you trying to take? Because I know you said, where are you taking mindset? You know what I'm saying? If I pick up your book, because I'm a big reader, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, is it a self-help type book? Is it a coming to power?
It is. It's both of those things. It's a self help type book because a lot of people look at me online and they see one version of me, but they don't see the version of me who had to do the work to get to this point. You
Right.
know, they don't see the abuse. They don't see the molestation that occurred in my life. They don't
Mhm.
see, me not having anyone to protect me and keep me from all of
Right.
those things. So I shared it in my book. So although it is a autobiography, so to speak, it's also a self-help, like, helping people with what I had, the steps that I had
Right.
to take to get out of that mindset. Cause I could still be stuck in that mindset. I could still be stuck in the
Right.
mindset of, you know, we've seen it. People are not able to handle a lot of things that occurred in their lives, and we are
Right.
so much like others that I just wanted to share that because my
Hmm.
story will empower someone else to speak up and speak their story and not be ashamed of it and not let it define who they are, but to allow it to empower them. So that's where permission to power comes in, and that's pretty much the synopsis of what I write about.
That's beautiful. So I want to ask you, how do you feel about being vulnerable? Because I feel like in the book that is a lot of vulnerability there to tell your testimony, to speak it regardless of judgment. How did that feel for you in that moment of doing that, writing
I
it?
needed that. I needed to learn how to become vulnerable because I grew up in a household where it was like, never let them see you sweat. Don't tell what happens in this house. Never let them see you sweat. My mother's motto, which is a gift and a curse, was if you got $1 in your pocket, you better walk around here like you got 1 million. Hold your head
Mm,
high. So a lot of people, when they see me, they think, oh, this woman is just confident. She's always been this way. Part
right.
of it is the nurturing that I had, nature nurture, like it was pretty much beat into me, like be
Hmm.
stern, be hard.
Right.
And then the other part of it was, not being able to express myself and being ashamed if I told what happened in my life, if I told how I really feel, if I told that I'm really struggling. Y'all think I look this good, y'all think I feel this good, but I'm really struggling.
Right.
So my power came from me being vulnerable, from me expressing myself, from me allowing myself to speak my truth. And when I began to speak my truth, I was like, damn, this feels good. And then I started hearing from other people with the same story as me. So it took the shame out of it, you know? So I think vulnerability is power. And the people that we admire and we marvel over are people who are showing us and expressing their weaknesses. And
Right.
somehow we feel like if we are vulnerable, then we're too weak. Like that's too much. But those are the
Right.
people that we admire. So I feel like, you know, my vulnerability is part of my power, and I'm really open book.
I definitely agree. I kind of flow in that same vibration. You don't see what I've been through on me.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that is the case in so many situations, and it's humbling to see. And like, that's one thing that I love about this podcast and the people that we interview. I appreciate you being here tonight, is that story of like, I came from here, but look at where I am now. And regardless of how you see what I'm doing it and I'm comfortable. Like,
Yes.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And you know, I expressed earlier that, you know, a lot of times people will stumble onto my social media platforms and they'll automatically assume that I'm just a woman that is throwing those thirst traps out there, but it's
Right.
practice for me. It's practice to feel good about myself. It's practice to stand in front of the camera and take a picture of myself or record a video. It's practice for me to be here on this podcast and actually speak, because for so many years I stayed in this quiet, cute little box and I was covered up, and I was told that my body was too much, or I was told that my body was not good enough. So now, as an adult, I'm finally coming out. I'm finally peeling those layers. I'm finally showing who I am. So there's a method to the madness. It's not just me, oh, look at my titties, look at my ass. You know, it's not just that. It's me even finding a way to be comfortable with my own self.
Right. Most definitely.
Mhm.
Sorry, I had a little baby about to. My kids range from baby to adult. He always
Oh,
wants to be
really?
on the camera. Yeah.
Okay. Are you with us, Furman? You keep popping
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Because what it is, it's just the internet. Internet is acting up. I mean, just like I said, I'm here. Can you see me?
Yeah,
Can y'all
he's
see me? Okay, yeah. I'm sorry about that. About popping in and technical difficulties on my end, but I've been catching the tail end of some great information that's going on. Mo, and I appreciate you. Just the work that you're doing. I know it takes a special individual to do what you're doing, because a lot of individuals not walking in that. And I know it takes some others to get. It takes some people time to get there. Some already got it, and I know you already had it, and you're walking in it. Not only that, you're encouraging other individuals to walk in it as well, and to be able to live your truth. Right? What is it? Be your own author, your own book. You write your own book. I know we look up to a lot of individuals, but what about learning to look up to ourselves? That we inspire ourselves, that we motivate ourselves. You know, because the first person we see in the mirror is us.
That's right.
And that's what it's all about. And I know being confident in yourself. I know we're in a society where, you know, for you to get accepted, you have to look a certain way. You have to walk a certain way. And a lot of individuals with this is that false confidence. You know, if you're gonna work out, do it for you. You want the nice clothes, do it for you. You want the money, do it for you. And instead of because a lot of times they get us to focus on, okay, I gotta impress them. But what about learning to impress ourselves first?
Yeah.
Because I do believe once you become that better individual, you'll draw in the better people just by who you are. That's just what I believe in.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know we're about to get a roll out this year. So what are you expecting for year 24? I know 23 is wrapped up, it's over with. We still got a couple of days to go. I know keep playing the high level, but what are you expecting for year 24?
I'm expecting for whatever is to be. You know, A part of my superpower is really just being in the moment and really not planning too much. You know what I'm saying? Just rolling with the punches. So
I'm saying.
I'm just whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be. You know, no matter how I feel about it, no matter what I say about it. But to go into the year with a positive attitude and you know, excited even about, you know, some of the challenges, just being excited because I know that there is growth in that. That's what my expectations
Right.
are.
Man, that's what's up right there. And I know we're gonna take a music break, and after the music, we're gonna jump right back into our Q&A conversation.
Great. Thank you.
Just living the best of my life. Same thing. Spend time, educate your mind one time. Yeah, I'm on that. Yeah, we on that. Yeah,
Sorry.
I know, right?
I had the flu, so bear with me. I'm getting back.
Nah, you good. Well, yeah, I'm still saying.
just living.
I guess not. Let's see, is it playing?
Said no video
It's
for
playing.
you
It's
tonight.
playing. I can see it.
I guess it.
What's playing?
It's playing. It's just not taking us off the screen.
I think we're still on the screen. Is it playing or is it?
Mm-mm.
Oh no, we still on screen.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
Just living the best of my life.
It told you no.
Now we can't hear you.
Oh yeah, you're still muted.
I guess.
So are you in the DFW area? Where are you from?
No, I'm in Las Vegas right now.
Oh, okay. Are you from Las Vegas originally?
Yeah, I'm from Las Vegas originally.
Nice.
Hey, that sucks. Well,
So I came here.
I
went from Bali to Turkey, and after leaving Turkey, I came here to Las Vegas to see my children and my grandchildren, and then I'm going back home to Bali in a couple weeks.
Nice. So how's the? I bet it's just so peaceful over there. I don't.
Oh my goodness, it is literally paradise. It really is.
So your home is in Bali. So
yeah, right now, yes.
Okay. So do you like to come back to America?
No.
No,
I do not. I don't even know why I've been here so long. I've been here 9 months now. 9 months, and I'm like, why did I even stay here? Because I feel like every time I come here, I have to reset, and it's like too fast for me anymore, you know, and it's a whole lot of chaos and a whole lot of distractions. But then when I'm there, it's like peace. It's zen.
Jeez.
So
how's the food over there?
The food is absolutely amazing. Everything's organic. Everything's beautiful.
Leaving.
I mean, I don't have nothing bad to say about Bali.
Right.
I have nothing bad to say about Bali. It's beautiful.
I don't know what he's doing. I'm just trying to.
Well, just go ahead and go ahead and finish up. Just go ahead and finish up because it's just technical difficulties on my end tonight.
Okay.
Actually, we can hear you loud and clear. So if you have any questions that you want to finish out, then you can.
Okay.
I think your music is just not playing.
Okay.
The way you want.
All right. I know. Can y'all see me now?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what's up. I said it was technical difficulties on my end as well. So I'm here. I know, great conversation. I know everybody's really enjoying it. As well. Big shout out to everybody. Matter of fact, for those in the comment section, let us know where you are watching this from and put hashtag Mo the Goddess in the comment section. And once you do that, we will give you a shout out here on the show. So wherever you're watching this at, we know y'all in the comment section, we know y'all watching. So put hashtag Mo the Goddess in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching this from. We'd love to give you a big shout out. We got to give a big shout out to people who watch us in Arkansas, the Philippines. They've been watching us faithfully as well. Big shout out to them. So if you're in the comments, say don't be scared, don't be shy. Put hashtag Mo the Goddess. Let us know where you're watching this from. If you have questions, because I know people asking questions earlier. So you have questions. You have any concerns? We love to hear from you. It's all about growth. It's all about elevation. It's all about helping each other get to the next level in our own personal walk, our own individual walk. As a group and also individually. So never be ashamed, don't be scared. This is your time to be able to take it to the next level. We know everything starts with mindset, and we're not changing the mindset. This is why I was reading this morning. I'm on for this morning. I looked at the scripture which says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by renewing of our mind. And we know that everything starts within the mind. And if we don't renew the mind, we just would keep expect different results, which do the same thing, expect different results.
The same thing.
It just
insanity.
And it's just that. But when you started this journey, what steps did you take first? Because I know people want to know what steps I need to take first, where I need to go, where do I need to start at in order for me to feel this, so I can feel alive, so I can feel free, that I feel like I'm living. Because we have people who's walking, but they're dead spiritually.
Right.
Well, like I said, it starts with being honest with yourself. And you have to get to a point where you're cutting out anything and everything, and this is the hard part, that is causing you discomfort. And that includes sometimes your family members. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's what I had to do. I had to really recategorize the people that I surrounded myself with. Is this really my friend? Is this person really pulling for me? Does this person really have my best interest at hand? And if not, then I remove that. In order for you to really tap into who you are, tap into your heart space, you have to remove everything that is causing you some kind of discomfort. And sometimes it's our own thoughts that cause us discomfort. So that means taking yourself out of, that negative energy, having those negative conversations on the phone, gossiping, wasting time, doing things that are not conducive to the life that we want to live. Sometimes we just get stuck in doing the same thing that we've always done and expecting things to be different. And they're not. Unless you do something different, nothing's going to change. So it started there for me, just taking myself out of those negative situations. Sometimes I was trying to fit into environments. I want this person to like me. I want this person to think I'm cool. I want this person to accept me. And if you feel like people ain't accepting you or loving you for who you are, that's a key indicator that them are not your people. So it really just starts with the things that, the habits that we picked up over time, the people that we surround ourselves with, just removing yourself. And a lot of folks don't want to be alone. They don't want to be by themselves. They don't want to be the one that's doing something different. But you have to do that. You have to do that. So that's the first step. Being honest with yourself, removing yourself from that negativity being alone so that you can hear the divine speak to you and give you the proper steps to take. Because we all have different steps. We're trying to get to the same place, but we all have different steps that, we need to take to get there. And there are things that we need to undo that have been done within us. So yeah, I think just being able to be honest with yourself and spend time by yourself so that you can hear what your steps are. So that's how I did it.
Yeah, and I agree. And I agree, breaking the trauma. If AA they first thing they teach you, mentally have a problem. And that's a lot of times when we have not been taught. We'll blame Tom, Dick, and Harry for our hang-ups, for our screw-ups, for our setbacks. But we never look at self, be honest with ourselves, and say, "Woe is me."
Mm-hmm.
That's causing these headaches. They're causing these pain. They're causing these ills in my life. That hey, I need to make some changes instead of blaming everyone else around me. I need to make up my own mind, get off my behind, and make some things happen. In other words, don't just focus on the problem, bring a solution to the problem. Because some individuals so problematic, but they forget to be solution based to the situation. Just like spill milk. If I spill milk, why sit complain about it? Get up and clean the milk up. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we should do our lives. Like your life is all over the place. Don't complain about it. Get up and clean it up. And you mentioned coach. You mentioned you had a coach, and we know that coaching is very important. Mentorship is very important. Looking for the right mentor to be able to get punched in the chest. When I say punched in the chest, I'm gonna tell you how it is. In other words, I'm gonna break you down, but I'm gonna build you back up. How does that feel, man? With no mentoring, being a coach? I know it takes special individuals to be a coach and be a mentor when it comes to actually working with people.
Let me hit on that too, because a lot of people don't even understand the significance and the importance of having a coach in their lives. For me, it was important because I didn't have no real support system. So I had to find somebody who I could relate to, who was speaking my language, who I felt comfortable speaking to, about some of the things in my life. And I followed and looked for coaches who were doing what I wanted to do and who was successful at it. So I think it's very important that, we all invest in ourselves in that way by getting a coach to walk us through some of the things that we don't know. For me, it is so rewarding and fulfilling. I love to be able to, help someone see something in themselves that they might not have even known was there. And a lot of times, we don't realize that the people that, like I said, that we admire, the ones that we look up to, that's us. It's just a mirror. You know what I'm saying? I am just a mirror for someone else who is looking up to me and who admires me. You see it in me because it's in you. So for me, it's very rewarding, but at the same time, it's very important that I have my own coaches to help me through, and it's changed my life, really. Are y'all froze?
I'm not froze.
Oh, okay.
I feel you froze. I feel you froze. Oh, he froze. He's been having a little bit of trouble. We're going to have to call Charter. Spectrum going to have to get together.
Yeah, but I do want to say, you guys, like I said, coaching is great. I am opening up my platform for new clients as we enter.
I respect it to the highest.
You back?
And we're going.
I don't know if we back.
Oh, you go ahead and continue. Just let we'll get it together.
Yeah, so I'm opening up my platform for new clients.
I think I'm frozen.
I would love to schedule calls.
I think I froze. Again, I think I froze. You know.
I'm so sorry.
Is it just,
You probably think mute yourself, please.
man, I don't know. It's crazy. But
I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
Maybe he's muted
Text
now. Hey, we live, right? So
we are
again,
live.
I feel here. I think
Continue.
it's just my end. It's like I don't know. Keep going in and out. It's crazy. But go ahead. The show still goes on. It's just.
There we go.
Yeah. So anyway, my platform is open, and if you guys are interested in following me on any of my platforms, you can do that. IG is my home for right now. I'm always on IG, and my handle is God Bod by Mo. I also have a YouTube channel, and it is called Embodied for Life. So if you guys want to, follow me, if you want to come along with me on my journey, because I'm not done,
Right.
I'd love to have you.
Nice. Thank you so much. Well, we always ask at the end of every show, any words of wisdom. Can't even talk. My voice is just coming back. But any words of wisdom for the viewers watching that you'd like to leave them with?
The words of wisdom that I have is pretty much everything that we've covered here. I would encourage people to learn how to really love themselves, even, the torn and tattered and broken parts of ourselves, because there is power in those broken pieces, and just, embracing putting together those broken pieces and being okay with doing it in the eyes of others. Sometimes be by yourself and do that, but be okay with doing it in the eyes of others. We're in a time right now where there's a lot of people who feel broken. There's a lot of people who feel hopeless, and they feel like they're the only ones who are experiencing a certain thing at a certain time. So the more that you're willing to share with someone else, there's an old adage that says, when you heal, you give others permission to heal. So be okay with healing in the eyes of the public, and be okay with those parts of you that are not perfect, rather than covering them up. So those are my words.
Hiding. And I feel like that's big for someone building their brand. I work with a lot of artists. I'm a supporter of the city. So a lot of times people want to show one side of themselves and hide from the other. But it's another trending thing that I've noticed is the people who are successful have done that digging and been vulnerable, that they found their people, their supporters, and people that, and it's like you're constantly trying to support me, but you're not giving me anything but a song I'm never going to turn on, or you're giving me content and you're not giving me your full you. So I appreciate the confidence in being able to do that, and seeing women who are in those positions and demonstrating that is amazing for this time. And that's what I love about connecting online in these podcasts, being able to put these mental perspectives together, and the discussions that we have on here will help people, So I appreciate you being here tonight. He keeps jumping in and out.
For having me. I appreciate being here as well. And I look forward to what the rest of this thing is going to do for all of us.
So when we get off of here, yes, ma'am. When we get off of here, I'm going to DM you. And I need the details on Bali, okay?
Okay.
I need it. Because I was just thinking, if I change my mindset, and I've been working on that so much, how do I get there? And he says, don't focus so much on how or what you don't have or what you're lacking. Just know where you want to go.
Period.
And I still know where I want to go.
Period.
So,
well, thank you. And I always end all of my messages with this one thing that is my slogan. Thank you again for having me. In the meantime and in between time, until the next time, you be fit, be fierce, be fabulous. Healthy is the new sexy. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Thank you. All right, y'all. I guess I am the host. I don't know if we are still live or not. Appreciate everyone being here tonight. I don't know where Furman went. I don't know how to end the video either.